3 challenges and 3 corresponding solutions that I offer you so that you can be fit and healthy from the inside out. Number 1 is that you may be comparing yourself to others, and that's something that we must not do because it just really robs our joy. It really takes us away from who we actually are, and it's a form of disrespect to ourselves, in my opinion. So do not be looking at what other people are doing. Just focus on yourself, on your journey. And like I did when I was in the pool in one of my latest reels, I believe that we must be in our own life, in our own lane, and really seriously just not comparing, not distracting ourselves with what everyone else is doing, okay? Maybe you got to watch your kids, your pets, your animals, of course. I mean, of course we care beyond ourselves, but when it comes to your progress in fitness and business and life and your health from the inside out, it's really not convenient to be comparing your progress to somebody else's because we all have different lives, different circumstances, different fitness levels, yes, different health levels. We have different pasts, and especially when you're over 40 and beyond, although I don't really believe in age, as you know me, I have a very young spirit. They say I'm an old soul with a very young spirit, and I do feel like that. And some people might even think I'm kind of childish in a way, but it's just my inner child coming out to play. So let's not take that joy of you doing what you're wanting to do. Maybe you want to be jogging or swimming, or you want to be biking, perhaps you want to be hiking. And jumping rope is super fun. I love jumping on my rebounder, and then I have a bigger one that's like a trampoline, and I'm just like, oh my God, why don't I do this more often? Yeah, sometimes we're lazy, and that brings me to number 2, is that the challenge is to discipline our body with our mind, our mindset. It means using our prefrontal cortex over our primal desires and maybe laziness that we all have, you know. It's like the default is just to stay the same, to stay comfortable, and there's no way to actually get to your next level if you're not precisely breaking that paradigm, that lack of intensity in your training. Perhaps maybe you gotta let's say vary the frequency, the time, the type of training. Maybe you want something more mind body. Maybe you want to ease into plant-based, let's say call it a diet, you know, a way of living, I would say. But it's like you don't have to force anything. Yet we do have to have the mindfulness and the mind over matter, over body, to say, okay, maybe my body doesn't want to move right now, but you know, it's important that I do. Especially if you're working from home and you're working out from home, it just takes like special discipline precisely to manage our urges to just stay the same or small or just not moving. And so yeah, movement when it comes to even picking the right food. Sometimes it's a matter of, you know, going to our yard or garden if you have one. I hope you do, because now I'm becoming very enthusiastic about growing my own food. And so, oh my God, even tomatoes, like, oh my goodness, I could just get the herbs from my yard or maybe from your balcony, because I've seen how people grow kilos and so many pounds of potatoes from buckets. And you know those dirty clothes baskets? Yeah, you can Google them and go on YouTube. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that because we have access information. And in the membership I'm creating, where I'm inviting you to train together, mind, body, emotions, and spirit, where everyone is going to train at their own pace with their own types of combinations of exercise, nutrition, positive attitude, and coaching, precisely to be detecting, I'm thinking some thoughts that are not really good for me to keep repeating over and over. You know, that's when you realize, I don't have to think that it's impossible to grow my potatoes, my tomatoes, my carrots. I'm naming some of the most important crops that I consider we can all have. And I've seen miracles in very small spaces. So it's like zero excuses not to train, zero excuses not to eat healthy and organic and even cheap and free. Okay? And that goes for everything in general. It's like sometimes we're just thinking that we can't do it, or I don't have enough time. That's why I didn't train, because I had to do this and that. Yeah, but sometimes it's just like 5 minutes. I did some kettlebell swings and I'm like, oh, maybe that's enough for today. Maybe that's enough training. I'm not advising for you to train only 5 minutes. You may want to have more muscle and aerobic endurance, and therefore you're going to be training a longer periods of time. Maybe you want to do a marathon or a triathlon, and so you'll need to train longer periods and longer distances, of course. So I just want you to really not compare yourself, really discipline yourself, and I teach you how to do that precisely in the coaching that we do. And most of all, I want you to learn to have your own back, to actually, beyond loving yourself, is actually, being grounded in yourself and believing in yourself. I want you to understand that we all have incredible potential, and most people die as a copy of other people, and they're not really authentic. And that's going to take another video, because that's really deep and very spiritual. But when it comes to being fit and healthy from the inside out, I believe that the challenge is to go for more, to go to your next level, instead of staying stagnant, instead of staying the same, or, maybe going backwards. Sometimes we do that. Progress is not always linear, and it's definitely not always up. It's like, like that or like that. But as long as you remain consistent in your thinking, and that's where coaching comes in, it's like, okay, I can do it. And by the way, I do this not just because I'm the way I am, and I love fashion and clothing, but I'm also gonna tell you that sometimes I'll be like, oh, I won't post that video. What are people gonna think of me when they see my belly sticking out? And it does sometimes. Maybe not in this video, but in some others. And that's the thing, that you gotta believe in yourself so much that even if others criticize you for going out in public, maybe showing your belly or a bit of it, it's like, you're still gonna believe in yourself, even if you have, I don't know, maybe some overweight or some overfat, or just not looking as well as you could. I want you to be comfortable in your body. I want you to go for your best everything, for your best body, for your best mindset, for your best emotions of excitement, because you're going to be training with us and with me, and it's going to be almost like a one-on-one consultation and one-on-one weekly trainings and coaching. You'll have access to me, and I want to really help you get to your potential. It's like, what is your next level? Let's go there. Let's do it. It's like, let's make a difference, not only in other people's lives, in other animals' lives. And that's why this is funding, by the way, part of what I do in helping other people who actually have foundations and refuge. Like I have a bird one people have for cats and dogs, and one that I will tell you in particular that I want to help more. They really need our help. So, part of what you're going to be paying monthly, that is like $54 a month. It's really something that we can all do, is going to be helping animals. And yeah, number 3 is just like, go for you, believe in you. And I'm just so excited to be able to help you, because these struggles, these challenges we all have. But the neat thing about it is that we can all overcome our thinking, or our faulty thinking, or our underlying commitments that have kept us maybe not going for everything that we are capable of going. And that means more strength, more endurance, more flexibility, just more mobility, and having an excellent quality of life, because, we don't know how much time we have here, especially if you're 40 and older. And beyond. But we do know that we need mobility, and the excellent quality of life you can have is up to you. Basically, it's all up to your discipline. So thank you. DM me, and I'll see you inside. I'm excited to have you here, to have you with us, with me. Thank you for trusting me.